What is a home inspection? You mentioned protection just a moment ago, and certainly it is a big part of it is protecting the buyer. How does it protect the buyer?
Well, first thing to know about a home inspection is it's a snapshot in time. So we go in and we analyze all the systems and components in the home, and everything from underneath the house in the crawl space to the top of the roof, and we evaluate everything to see what kind of a condition it's in. That's the condition it's in that day. So we call that a snapshot in time. Now, something that will really be helpful to know is that a home inspector is just like a general practitioner physician. He knows enough about each system in the home to evaluate it, decide if it's okay, decide if it needs fixed, or in some cases, decide if a more advanced professional needs to come out and look at a system. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
Name an example of having another professional come in and check out.
What would have happened? What would you see in a house that might require that?
Well, I'll give you a recent example. 2 months ago, I went to look at a house, and it was surrounded by a creek. And when I mean surrounded, I mean it was built somewhere they would never let you build a house today. So they built the house within 10 feet of the creek, and it was all low-lying land, not really hardly any rock in the area. And they built the house with the creek wrapped around it. Back in the 1940s, when we didn't have building codes, back then the mentality was, you own the land, do with it whatever you want.
Yes.
Now we have rules. Okay, so they built this house right next to the creek. Well, the creek floods. So when the creek floods, I knew right away, looking at the creek in the house, that when it floods, there's probably water that comes up out of the creek and goes under this house. So basically, we have a house that is sinking.
That doesn't sound very good.
Oh my gosh.
And by the way, this is a big piece of land with a $900,000 purchase price.
Whoa.
So the house was sinking. I had to contact a professional, or recommend they contact a structural engineer. Now, they didn't really want to hear that, but sometimes we deliver news that they don't really want to hear. That's an example of that.